You know who we forgot? Jay on our and Sam on our list of Trump MVPs. Do you know who missed it?
Gabbard.
No. Scott Bessent.
Oh.
How could we? He is huge, Scott Bessent. He's great. So we had this great idea that let's have WTN Nation vote on who the MVP is for the Trump administration currently. So we came up with Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance. And who else did we put up there? Kristi Noem.
Well, so I did it a couple times, and I put Vance, Homan, Gabbard, and Rubio up there most recently, but I originally had Vance, Noem, Hegseth, Rubio.
Okay.
And the chat was like, "Oh, we need to go ahead and change it." So I did. Okay. Still Vance.
So JD. All right, now we got to put. So give me the numbers real quick.
JD Vance at 32%, Gabbard at 24%, Rubio at 29%, and Homan at 16%.
Okay, so because I think that Homan is very specific to his job. Mm-hmm. So let's take off Homan. This is like what do you call it, Jay, when you do the whole basketball thing with you try to figure out who's going to win. What do you call that with the basketball?
I'm drawing a blank.
The
basketball
brackets.
thing.
This is like brackets.
Bracketology.
Brackets. Okay,
this is like bracketology, but it's like Trumpology. Anyway, so let's do Marco. Let's do J.D. Vance. Let's now do Scott Bessent. And let's leave off Kristi Noem because she's obviously not up there with the elites. So we do those, and you want to put Tulsi Gabbard in there?
She's my pick, so yeah.
Okay, well, obviously then we're going to do what you want, Sam.
Dan, I wouldn't necessarily put her in the MVP voting, but what about Melania? She is certainly a lot more visible this go-round, and I think perhaps it's because the son is off at college. She's not worried about protecting him now.
Yeah, she has been. There have been a lot of articles actually written about how she has been very supportive of Donald Trump, and she has been a lot more visible out there. And I love how Melania has been standing up to the people that have been saying god-awful things about her.
Did you hear that Vogue magazine is wanting to do a cover story on her?
Oh, good.
And apparently the staff, though, is threatening to walk off the job, and they're outraged.
That's so dumb.
I know it. I mean, just in the capacity. The woman's the first lady.
You know what the thing is?
Let's leave politics out of it and just have a feature on the first lady of the United States.
You know what the dumb thing is? So I want to put this in perspective. So let's bring it back to like us, Jay. So if our company decided that they were going to feature a podcast every day with Kamala Harris, would we quit? Would we walk off the job? No, we wouldn't walk off the job because we've got a job to do, and the company is free to do whatever it is that they want to do, and they do.
And she's also a walking content machine.
Kamala?
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine how many takes? How many takes
how much
it would
editing
take
poor
for
Mason
her to
would have to do
a podcast
to remove all the cackles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, Vogue magazine. You know what? If they want to, here's the deal. I bet you that 50% of those jobs where people are threatening to quit can be replaced by AI anyway.
Yeah.
These days,
or someone that's wanting to break into the industry in some capacity and is not going to politicize the work they're being given.
Right.
She's gorgeous for her age. She's aged gracefully. She's extremely intelligent, and she's supportive of her husband.
Yeah,
Kamala
she
Harris?
speaks.
No. Melania.
I'm kidding. No,
she
right.
speaks like 4 or 5 languages.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah, she is brilliant. She is really smart. I'm a big fan of Melania. But okay, so then here's what we'll do, Jay. So let's keep this up on YouTube. Who is your MVP? And then whoever will win this round on the YouTube chat, then in the last half hour, what we'll do is then we'll vote Melania or whoever wins in this next round. So it is kind of like bracketology, right, Jay?
If you say so, Dan.
Thank you, Jay.
You're the host. You're the man.
I have never in my life.
He's only wearing the official shirt of Game Time back there.
Yes. Game Time, Jay's side gig. No, that's your main gig. This is your side gig. Anyway, moving right on.
Pretty much.
Hey, did you see all the video and audio that I'm playing, all the audio you're hearing on the radio. You can see the video. Most of it is posted in my X feed at Dan Mandis Show. So there was a moment yesterday during the meeting, the cabinet meeting, where they asked Donald Trump about the hand gestures of Gavin Newsom. Has this become a thing?
It's a thing.
So Gavin Newsom, I don't know if he has always been so animated with these hand gestures or if he's trying to be like Donald Trump, but I'm going to play this on the video, and I'm going to do play-by-play of Gavin Newsom's hand gestures on the radio. But he starts out knocking, what do you call it, palms, right? Yeah. He starts by knocking his wrists together and his palms, and he's doing all of these very, very just animated and cartoon-like hand gestures in this interview, and it looks almost comical.
Conditions that determine our fate and future, and that fundamental notion of agency, I think, is important.
Do you know what he looks like, Jay Harper? He looks like Nomar Garcia-Parra going up to bat. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tugging on the batting gloves.
Yes.
Jamming his toes down in his shoes.
Doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what Gavin Newsom looks like when he is giving all of these hand gestures.
More broadly, and I think that goes to some of the issues around, victimization. And I see a lot of that, respectively, on the right, increasingly, even with Trump often approaching things from that sort of mindset.
Yeah, so his hands are just all over the place. And I don't know. Sam and I were talking off the air because I said, well, what is he trying to make fun of Trump? Because, Trump does a lot of hand gestures as well.
Plays that accordion.
I've always said, Donald Trump, and I don't mean this as an insult, the man, when he speaks, he goes all accordion. So, and he looks like he's playing an accordion. So they asked Donald Trump if he had seen Gavin Newsom's hand gestures, whether it is on the socials and mimicking or mocking Donald Trump. It is all Trumpian, but it is also exaggerated. And I think that if Gavin Newsom isn't in the middle of a stroke, then what he is doing is he is making fun of Donald Trump and his hand gestures because he's doing the same thing. So this, and by the way, for you people watching on Super Talk TV, I've always done hand gestures. I'm not making fun of Gavin Newsom or Donald Trump. I'm a hand gesture kind of guy, especially if the Democrats are around, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this is Donald Trump and the question about Gavin Newsom's hand gestures.
Handle it. You have an incompetent governor there. You have an incompetent governor in California, Gavin. I know him very well. He's incompetent. He's a nice guy, looks good. Hi, everybody. How you doing? He's got some strange hand action going. I don't know what the hell his problem is. It's a little weird, to be honest. There's a little something shaky going on there. But, all he has to do is call me and say...
So people are laughing, I think, because they know, I guess, that Gavin Newsom is mocking Donald Trump. And so that maybe that's where the comedy is.
I don't think it's so much mockery as it is just straight up imitation. The rhetoric in his social posts, and he is trying. He wants the same kind of love and admiration that Donald Trump gets. He wants it so bad; it's so apparent.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom is kind of like these days. He's kind of like, look at me, look at me. Do you know what I mean? And he just, to be perfectly honest, it is annoying a lot of people on the left as well as the right because they don't feel like it's becoming of a Democrat, number one, which, have you seen Tim Walz? I mean, you guys have hit rock bottom. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah. But I think that there's a lot of people that are saying you're not going to be able to out-Trump Trump.
Yeah.
The reason why Gavin Newsom looks so ridiculous online and with the tweets and all that stuff and the hand gestures is because there's nothing authentic about it. And so Gavin Newsom, he already looks fake as anything, right? He's got the perfect smile. He's got the slick back hair. He always, he's always very, and I hate to say this, but he says a lot of lies, but he's eloquent. He is very eloquent. And so he's like the perfect politician, which makes him the worst politician because he looks and plays the part. He is inauthentic to the core. Donald Trump is authentic. I mean, many would say, perhaps even his strongest supporters, that Donald Trump is authentic, perhaps to a fault on some things.
Definitely.
But here's the deal. You know what you're getting. And the thing is, with the president, he knows what in my opinion, he knows what he's doing. We got to figure out this 600,000 Chinese students, man. I don't know if is there anybody, I want to know, on the super text line, 615-737-9986, is there anyone who agrees with President Trump that bringing 600,000 Chinese students into America is a good idea? Because I lost my ever-loving mind yesterday.
Where did that number come from?
It came from Xi Jinping, Jay.
You think?
They're in the middle. Well, yeah, they're in the middle of a,
I know,
of a negotiation.
Right.
That is more than double, and I don't want to replay yesterday's monologue, but that is more than double the current number. So if there's anybody that, somebody just, teach me something, right? So if there's anything good about 600,000 people. Now, one person did say on the super text line, and that was a couple of hours ago, but one person did say that it is good because what's going to happen is they're going to come into our colleges and they're going to just become a bunch of pansy liberal fruitcakes and they're going to go back to China. And maybe they can spread the woke virus there in China. Whatever.
It will not happen there.
All right, so real quick, what does the poll say as far as our MVP goes?
It's still Vance, 36%, followed by Rubio at 29%, Gabbard trailing behind him at 22%. And Bissett at 13.
Really, at 13?
I'm shocked. Vance is over Rubio and Gabbard. I think Tulsi Gabbard. Really? Well, she with her handling of national intelligence.
Yeah.
And what we've uncovered, what's coming out, who can be in the hot seat. To me, it's underreported, somewhat revolutionary as far as exposing corruption of previous administrations.
We'll have to see what the end result is of all of this, but I do believe that she has done some great work. By the way, this is Scott Bessent yesterday, and this is where he is talking about the naysayers on the tariffs, and this is the Treasury Secretary.
Very often, economic security is national security, and our country has never been so secure thanks to you. You have brought us back from the edge. You have the overwhelming mandate from the American people. You're restoring confidence in government, a topic that is on the front of everyone's mind, the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve's independence comes from a political arrangement between itself and the American public.
Yep.
Having the public's trust is the only thing that gives it credibility, and you, sir, are restoring trust to government.
Now, I'm going to admit, there's a lot of butt kissing going on in this cabinet meeting.
The kids call it glazing.
Oh, is that so define for me what exactly is glazing?
Is you're dressing someone up like a donut. You're just covering them in a sweet, sugary glaze so that they appear more appetizing.
Really?
Yeah, that's what
is that what the kids say, glazing?
Like when they're talking about like Patrick Mahomes on ESPN nonstop or something, it's called glazing. They are glazing him when they don't stop talking about stuff. So that's what's happening here with Bissett.
Interesting.
He's glazing the whole room.
All right.
And
I'm going to say everyone in that room is glazing Donald Trump. But I'm going to be honest, Trump is the man at the head of the table, right? So if there's ever a man that should be, now this feels weird, is there a guy that should be glazed? It's Donald Trump.
You are weeding out the waste, fraud, and abuse, and the old ways of doing things are not good enough. We are seeing a blue-collar boom. In the first 7 months of your administration, real blue-collar wages have taken off. And the only other time that they've done this in the past 70 years was in your previous term. Your efforts on tax, trade, and deregulation have boosted paychecks for American workers while slowing the pace of inflation and lowering the cost of energy.
I think Scott Bessent, number one, he does a great job of glazing the president, but he's also, in my opinion, doing a great job on the tariffs. Again, and I'm going to say this for a long time, we don't know ultimately what the result of these tariffs are going to be. We've only been doing it, and we don't even have all the deals done. I mean, I think we just got South Korea done, right, Jay? I think the president got South Korea done.
Yes, that is correct.
So,
and of course, now he's threatening to slap a 50% tariff on India because they're buying Russian oil.
Yeah, well, you know what? India is a frenemy. I would call India a frenemy of the American people because not only are they buying Russian oil, but let's also not forget a lot of them are coming over here with the help of our government and the corrupt visa program, and they're taking a lot of American jobs. So I would say that India is a frenemy. A friend and an enemy of the American people? I don't know. I don't think I'd call India an enemy, but I don't think that they're a friend either.
No, they're detrimental to the environment. They put out so much pollution.
Yeah,
Everyone gets onto us.
Crap.
But it's India and China.
India and China, man. So clearly Sam is back and again taking liberties with the bumper music. It is Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Should I even bother to ask who this is? This sounds like some 70s rock blues artist.
Yes.
Is it like Tommy Coltrane?
No, they're a group based out of Texas.
Okay.
Come on, that's enough.
Sounds good.
It does sound good. All right, now before we start, you can take that down.
You got to guess who they are.
Who are they?
ZZ Top.
Okay. So, Chris.
Yes.
We
Dan.
need the gods to bless your radio broadcast from home today because I don't want to stay till 10.
Yeah,
or noon.
no, I don't think that we're...
So what we need to do...
problems.
Chris,
so we should be good.
Okay, great. Sounds good. I know exactly what you're doing. So, Chris, what we need to do is we need the gods to bless your radio broadcast today. So what we're going to do, Chris, is do a land acknowledgement.
Oh, okay, perfect. I did one yesterday on my show, too.
You did? Okay.
Yes,
did you do for Nashville or for Rutherford?
Just in general. Just
Okay.
a general land acknowledgement. I feel like if I'm walking on it, I should acknowledge it.
We got to acknowledge the Cherokees, the Chickasaws, the Shawnees, the Greeks, and the Choctaws.
Creek.
Creeks. Is that Creeks?
Or Muskogee.
Muskogee. Okay. I did. You know what? Maybe my eyes aren't as good as I thought they were. At the Choctaws.
And do you know what tribe the state is named for? The Tanasi.
I knew that. Chris, did you know that?
No, I did not. I did not.
Oh, I
but I
did.
do now.
All right, good. Now you know.
You learn something every day on Nashville's Morning News.
Boy, you sure do. All right, so I think, you know what, Chris, it may be my hard of hearing, which is about as good as my eyesight, apparently. Is he low, or do I need to turn up my headphones? All right, very good.
That's not on my end, just for the let the record show. That's not on my end.
No, his levels are great.
I guess, were you on Nincompoops in the News yesterday?
I was a guest star on Nincompoops in the News because we wanted to test the line, and Murphy
Sure.
was gracious enough to allow me to invade his show.
Well, you know, if there's any one word that describes the Murphy Show, it's gracious.
It is.
Just ask
True.
Heidi Campbell. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Well, did you hear him? He had another
totally
liberal on
deserved it.
yesterday that he was just ripping to shreds.
You know what? I saw the beginning of it, and I had something I had to do, so I had to go scurry away. To be
Yeah.
honest, I had to water my hydrangeas. But
Yeah,
so
we were listening, and the kids started crying, and they're like, "Stop it, Matt! He's already down. he's already dead, Matt."
So I saw the beginning, and the beginning seemed, they were very nice and conversational, but apparently the fireworks started afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Matt just owned him. I mean, you know how it is
Well,
with
yeah.
libs and
Well,
Matt
you know
Murphy.
what? Murphy is amazing. So, all right, well, very good. So, you take exception apparently with the MVP
Oh, my
list that we
gosh.
put together. So,
Do I ever?
So, so we're clear, if people are just tuning in, just sort of off the cuff, we decided to do who's your MVP within the Trump administration, because I'm talking about Marco Rubio. And I really like Marco Rubio. And I said, all right, but then I like J.D. Vance. So the original list, and you're going to have to help me out here with this, Sam and Jay. So the original list was J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio. Who else? It was
Bissent?
No,
You
it
got
was
Bissent on there?
Bissent was the second one.
Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem.
You said Tom Homan, right?
And Tom Homan, thank you. And Homan lost in a heartbeat. Kristi Noem was down there as well. So then it was really J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, and I would predict that. So then the second one was J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Scott Bessent.
Yeah.
And now, how are those numbers, real quick?
Bessent at 10%, fallen off even further.
Yep.
Gabbard in third at 23, Rubio with 31, and Vance still overwhelmingly 36%.
Okay, so now we have to do, so Chris, who did we leave off? I understand that you're upset, and you're going to, you know what, Chris? Come at me, bro. Come at me.
I'm very upset. I have a bone to pick. You left off two guys that are very, very important to this administration. The first, RFK Jr.
Yeah, you know what? Our mutual friend Aaron yelled at me on text over that one. So
how do you ignore the Maha movement? I don't know if we win that election without RFK Jr., just for starters.
Okay.
And then you see what he's doing with all the food dyes.
Yes.
You hear the rumors swirling that they're going to be eliminating the COVID vaccine soon.
I saw that.
He's got the news on autism coming out in September and what that is being caused by. So I think he's massive, and
Okay.
I think that I'm sure that the audience would probably vote a Rubio or a Vance before him, but I think he needs to be in the discussion.
Okay, and who else?
The second guy, I think that you could argue he's the MVP flat out, and it's Steve Witkoff.
Yeah, yes, and you know what? The thing about Steve, he's like a sleeper.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he's not some now. Stephen Miller, you got him too.
Yeah, Miller's a beast.
And Caroline Leavitt.
Stephen Miller's only 40 years old. Isn't that crazy?
He's 40?
He just turned 40.
Wow. Okay.
He's going to be around for a long time. But Steve Witkoff, 7 resolutions to 7 conflicts. He's going to be expanding the Abraham Accords. How could he not be in the conversation?
Well, first of all, we don't know if he's going to be expanding those Abraham Accords just yet, but I think that he probably will.
He said yesterday that they're working on it and they should have some announcements soon.
Okay, fingers crossed. So now we got to put Melania in there because somebody said Melania. I don't know who it was or how that came up. So let's do Vance, Rubio. We only have 4 slots. Chris. So we got Melania.
Jay was acknowledging that Melania could have been in contention if other people hadn't done such a good job.
Okay, so Melania. So do we put Melania in there, Chris? And if so, then who do we take out?
I wouldn't put Melania in there. She's
You
awesome,
wouldn't?
and I can't wait to see the Christmas decorations, but I don't think that she's the MVP by any stretch of the imagination.
All right, so Chris is sexist. I'm totally kidding, Chris. I'm totally kidding. All right,
tell you what, if she was making sandwiches for the cabinet meeting yesterday, we could have a discussion.
Wow. All right, so let's do, because we only got like 5 minutes. So let's do Vance, Rubio, Bessent. No. Vance, Rubio,
RFK and Witkoff.
And Witkoff. All right, do that right now. You know what? I'm still going to say, man, I don't know. I'm still between Rubio and Vance. But
yeah,
you make a strong case for RFK. But I think an MVP is an all-around player.
Yeah.
And Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance both, they're all around. They touch a bunch of different departments, and they're great spokespeople for the administration as well.
Did you know Rubio was as funny as he is?
I did not.
I had no idea. Did you hear what he said about college football yesterday?
No. What did he say?
Listen to this.
And then on a point of personal privilege, I wasn't even going to raise it. I haven't even talked to you about this. It's a little controversial, but I think I need to bring it up at this time of year. This thing about people getting married on Saturdays during college football season is a scourge, Mr. President. It's dividing families. And I don't know if we can have an executive order on this, I'm just saying, but it's really difficult. There's 7 other months of the year that people could get married, so I just wanted to say that. Because
I had no idea that he had a funny bone.
See, that's funny. And that's awesome. And yeah, because he's such a serious, stoic kind of guy.
Yep.
And I've never, he had that other joke. I played it earlier. I'm sure you've got it. And you've got it in your open, where he talked about how Labor Day, he can really relate to it because he's got 4 jobs.
Yep.
I played it twice. I'm seeing that just in. Trump accusing George Soros of backing violent protests without evidence.
Oh, without evidence. Yes, without evidence.
The without evidence is back.
Shell companies aren't evidence, apparently.
I thought it was like we all knew that George Soros was doing all this.
I thought it was a matter of public record that George Soros is the brick fairy in big cities.
The brick fairy. Yeah.
Yeah. If you do all the things right and you're a good member of Antifa, the brick fairy will come by your city and leave pallets of bricks on the corners whenever you're protesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe the president knows something more that we don't. But I mean, Soros, his connection to all of these NGOs, and the NGOs turn around and these charitable organizations. They are the ones that are getting the money from Soros, and they're the ones that do a lot of the street fighting, if you will, and the protesting and all that kind of stuff. I mean, he's got to, if Trump wants to start naming names and bank accounts and all that, he should. Yep. If he's going to go public with it. But, I mean, I just think it's a matter of fact. I mean,
I'm here for it. And it does seem like in his Truth Social post that he's pointing back towards the summer of love, because he says, this is the post. George Soros and his wonderful radical left son should be charged with RICO because of their support of violent protests and much more all throughout the United States of America. We're not going to allow these lunatics to rip apart America anymore, never giving it so much as a chance to, all caps and in quotations, breathe, which I think is a wink and a nod towards George Floyd. Soros and his group of psychopaths have caused great damage to our country. That includes his crazy West Coast friends. Be careful. We're watching you. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Well, look, this is the headline from the New York Post, October 28th of 2023. Groups behind Israel-bashing protests backing Hamas got $15 million from George Soros.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shenanigans!
It's shenanigans.
Did you do that, Sam?
Maybe.
Let's not do that again. I thought Chris was sucking helium. And by the way, Chris' hand on helium, his voice is still deeper than mine.
Fact check true.
So anyway, I mean, as far as George Soros goes, I mean...
Well, didn't we just have the news story here a couple weeks ago when we had the Indivisible protests where it's like if you trace the funding back, you can link it back to George Soros?
I think so. I mean, this would take... I mean, we do... Here's the deal, Chris. We do so many of these George Soros stories that, from the Daily Mail to the New York Post and so on and so forth. It's just these stories are all over the place. So if Trump wants to bring RICO charges, that's fine. All right, real quick. So the Daily Dan poll, where are we and how does it look as far as who the MVP is? Because we changed it 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, and we've got lots of people voting in on it. And again, J.D. Vance, with the new lineup of RFK, Witkoff, and Rubio, Vance is pulling ahead 43%.
Give me more.
RFK is giving a little competition to Rubio at 27 to 21.
Well, Chris, you need to stop voting. I know what you're doing. You're stuffing the ballot box like the Democrats.
Okay, all right.
Caught him. Totally caught him.
Let's not say things we can't take back, Dan.
Oh, man. Hey, Chris, did you see that Cracker Barrel went ahead and they Uncle Herschel is back?
Uncle Herschel's back,
Uncle Herschel's
baby.
back. So is that enough for you to go back to Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Here's the thing about Cracker Barrel. If I'm on a long road trip with the kids,
right,
and I know that I'm going to get a bathroom that we can stop at, some place to walk around, and food that's going to be consistent wherever we are, I'm fine with it. I told you, I went into a Cracker Barrel between Chattanooga and Manchester. The actual remodel inside doesn't look so bad. Mm-hmm. But I think that this is a conspiracy. I think that they were never planning to change their logo, and they wanted free publicity.
You know what I think? I think that you say it doesn't look bad, and I appreciate that. It looks generic.
Yep,
That's
looks
the
generic.
thing.
That's
it
a
looks
good way
generic.
To put it.
All right. Very quickly, tomorrow morning, 5 to 9, I'm going to be at Edley's Barbecue. Chris said he was going to come hang out with me. I don't know, Matt. What's that afternoon guy's name?
Matt Murphy. Did
Matt
he stop
Murphy,
answering texts?
Murphy Show says that he is going to come hang out with me as well. Hope people come out and hang with me. It's going to be tomorrow, 5 to 9. Edley's Barbecue in Donaldson. Fox News and Steve Ducey, he is going to be there. The first 100 people in the door is going to get free stuff. I think everybody's going to get some free stuff, maybe some free tacos, because they are beginning their run with breakfast tacos from Edley's. All of this to support Mission Possible, helping our homeless veteran communities.
Love
and
that.
So I really do like what Edley's Barbecue does for the veterans. And so, I mean, can we be honest? They're bringing in Steve Ducey to promote this thing. They're bringing in yours truly, which I'm far cheaper than Steve Ducey, trust me. But they're going to a lot of time and money and effort and product to help the homeless veteran community. And this is what they're doing.
You got to support businesses that don't hate you and don't hate your values. And clearly, these guys are patriots.
Absolutely. So come on out and hang out at Lee's Barbecue. Tracy Lawrence, by the way, is going to be there.
Oh, fun.
So maybe I'll be able to interview him. And it'll be a lot of fun. So that is tomorrow. Come on out. It's the location in Donaldson. All right.
If I do join you, are you going to share breakfast tacos with me, or is this going to be a Brian Wilson, Dan Mandis steak kind of thing?
Do you know what? Because I don't want an international incident when Brian did not share his steak with me, I will share a taco with you.
Perfect. Otherwise, they'd be like on Fox and Friends. They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, there's a fight breaking out over a taco to the left of us."
That's exactly
right. You
right.
have to feed it to him. It's a stipulation.
Local radio hosts brawl.
That's exactly right. Instead of breaking bread, we'll break tacos.
I love it. Let's do it.
There you go. All right. Hopefully, Matt Murphy. Hopefully, Chris Hand. If you guys can't come, I totally get it. But we will be there, and come out if you would. All right. Last but not least, before we get to the official Chris Handoff tease, what is the poll saying now? Who is the official MVP of the Trump administration?
It's 49% Vance, 28% Rubio, 18% RFK, and 6% Witkoff.
I think Witkoff is not. You and I, Chris, we know Witkoff.
Yeah.
Certainly we know RFK, but I don't think that they are as household name-ish as you have with Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance. Hey, by the way, who was your nincompoop in the news yesterday with Matt Murphy?
Well, there was a guy that stole a train high on meth, and he picked up passengers before he got stopped and arrested.
Isn't that a Grateful Dead song?
That's funny.
Casey Jones, right?
It should be.
Could be. It's Grateful Dead. All right, very quickly, what do you got on your show tomorrow? Today?
Well, today we're going to talk about what happened at that cabinet meeting. 3.5 hours. The stamina is unprecedented.
Yep.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about crime. We'll talk about Gavin Newsom. And also, I'm very excited to talk about Maya Summers. Who is Maya Summers? Well, she's the queen of the Scots, and we'll break it all down for you.
Somebody's calling me out, Sam and Jay and Chris, if he's there.
Oh?
4632 says, "Hey, Dan, I remember you saying once that you don't like barbecue." I did say that. But I've never been a big barbecue fan. But I am a big fan of Edley's for what they're doing for the for the organization for the homeless veterans. So I'm a big fan of that. And do you know what's so funny? I don't know if I've ever had a breakfast taco with barbecue. So that's going to be a new one for me. But yeah, I mean, a couple of people said, Mandis, what about that time you said you weren't a big fan of barbecue?
I mean, are you have an aversion to barbecued pork or beef or chicken or just all of it?
Yeah, we're kind of dying to know what the issue is.
That's my question, too. Do you have any insight on the menu? Are we talking brisket here? What are we talking?
Pulled shoulder, pulled butt? What's going on?
Yeah.
You guys are making this way too complicated. It's really messy.
It's just meats. It's just smoked meats, man.
You know what? I'm a big fan of brisket. Huge fan of brisket.